evening. This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. City Hall was packed last night as members of the public gathered to hear on the Courthouse Square project. The meeting began with its normal routine, but quickly turned into a lengthy discussion as the flow of the agenda came to the downtown Jasper Courthouse Square revitalization. Councilman John Bell presented to the council and the public within attendance a presentation of the current project scope, which included architect designs, estimated parking spaces, curb work, and all the important paver situations. Councilwoman Nancy Eckerly shared with the council a statement that she had prepared with considerations from the public on the matter at hand.
I've listened to lots of people also. Some are 100% in favor of the project, some are 100% against, and there's many in between that would like a combination of some of the different materials. As most people know, I'm a huge supporter of the downtown area of Jasper, huge supporter of the downtown merchants, of the Greater Downtown Jasper Business Association. I consider them to be some of the most hardworking and dedicated people in all of Jasper. They have persevered through the shopping center eras, and including the Walmart coming to town. And then to address the area of prioritizing, when this council, or many members of this council, were elected, we discussed several times about taking time to look at the priorities for all of these many great projects that are were being proposed, and many of them that are going on right now. They're all good, they're all progressive, and they'll all certainly benefit the city as time goes on. But this prioritization as this council has never taken place. We've never had that discussion, and I think it's something that we probably should have done probably a year ago. We've all probably done it in our own minds, maybe on paper, but it didn't happen. And so now we begin the process of prioritizing based on public input from the citizens that we represent. I'm a believer in prioritizing projects and goal setting, as mentioned before. What people are telling me is that we should let a few projects get out of the gate, allow them to move forward with the completion date in sight, and then move ahead with the plans for the downtown revitalization project. I believe this is realistic thinking. If anybody knows me, they know I'm a realist. But it's not taking a step back also. I think we have to allow time for some of the dust to settle and then gear up again for a few more progressive projects, the downtown project and probably others that we haven't even dreamed of yet.
After a discussion between council members, which included questions around priorities of completion of ongoing projects, the city is already facing, and council members communicated their reports from the public who are not in favor of the project. The issue of the Courthouse Square revitalization was tabled, and the subject will be revisited possibly at next month's meeting when an updated scope of the project is presented that will include comparable costs for concrete and asphalt work. In other agenda items, the council heard from Jason Kelly, the president and CEO of Service, in regards to creating an economic development area for the company's new headquarters and mixed-use development, which will include a McAllister's Deli paired with loft-style apartments. Kelly informed the council that the land that they will be developing with their new headquarters and the McAllister's Deli could not even be given away, as was the case 3 years ago when the city tried to give that piece of property to the library for development. He also noted that the application submitted to the Common Council for approval was for tax amendment only and not TIF money. The council reviewed the submitted request application for tax amendment for Phase 1 and 2 of the service project, giving approval for the ordinance of the 2017 through 11, which will now establish the future site as an economic development target area. The council also approved a declaratory resolution designating the future site as an economic revitalization area. Yesterday, the Du Bois County Board of Directors presented Jasper High School seniors Noah Maringer and Nick Piper with a $4,000 grant. Each at just 18 years of age, the two boys have secured a provisional patent for an innovation for robotic surgery. After attending a conference at Memorial Hospital, the boys bounced ideas back and forth about how to make robotic surgery better.
We're both in the HOSA program, and so the HOSA teacher, Adley, took us to a conference at the hospital where they were sort of talking about robotic surgery. And we came out of that meeting and we both looked at each other, we're kind of bouncing ideas off each other, and we both sort of came to the same conclusion about, hey, this is a really good idea. Let's go back to our engineering lab and work on it. And so that's what we did over the next several months, and it just got bigger.
Maringer says that engineering and HOSA teachers were amazing help in their journey towards the business venture and also the patent. The two hope that this patent can be applied to robotic surgery everywhere, saying it is a huge advantage in the field that this patent can continue to grow, hoping to make surgery more comfortable and user-friendly for all doctors. Piper says that they have achieved, and what has led up to this has brought many wow moments at how much that they have accomplished.
Been filled with many moments where we just kind of like step back and just say wow at like how far we've come, how much we've done, and how different it is from what most high schoolers would be doing. And it just gets us out of our comfort zone a lot of times with the whole process.
The two use 3D printers, standard tools, robotics tools, and micro procedures when building prototypes for this patent. They've gained experience through Project Lead the Way, and in building this patent, the two boys also shared a company, Maringer Piper Innovations, which Maringer says was a weird process considering neither have taken business classes prior to this venture. So extra research, of course, had to be done. While no major details about the patent have been released just yet, more information is said to be coming in the next few weeks. The boys plan on keeping this business venture and innovation going after high school, as Noah plans to head to Purdue University and Nick plans to head to Vanderbilt. Both of the boys will be studying biomedical engineering. Give Where You Live is set to take place in Jasper tomorrow, and it is a day of giving and a campaign aimed at supporting arts initiatives, including the new Jasper Cultural Center and the renovations of historic downtown Astor Theater and the Jasper Art Center. Committee chairperson Linda Colley says that since they announced the concept of the Give Where You Live Day, the idea of giving to these important arts projects in Jasper, the committee has been very pleased with the support that they have received from the community. Colley says that they have an ambitious goal of $50,000 for the day and says that they are off to a great start. Colley says that whether one chooses to participate in any or more of the day's activities, they are encouraged to attend the very big show of support at the Jasper Art Center that evening, or simply make a donation on their GoFundMe page. Colley says that any support, big or small, is appreciated and says a number of incentives are offered in regards to giving.
We have two incentives for the GoFundMe page. One, for a $50 donation, you'll get a t-shirt with the logo, the Give Where You Live logo. But for the $1,000 level donation, we are going to have a donor wall at the new Cultural Center that is going to be an art piece, but it will be a bookcase. And for $1,000, you will get a book with your name engraved on the spine. So that it's really a really awesome piece. We don't have the final design yet, but anybody who gives $1,000 will get that on the donor wall.
Oh yeah, we've seen so many people excited about that because it's a way for them to leave a legacy for their family. Imagine 30, 40 years from now being able to take your grandkids into the library and say, into the Cultural Center and say, hey, look, our name is on that wall.
Tax-deductible donations may be given at any time at www.gofundme.com/givewhereyoulive. Incentives begin at $50, and gifts at the $1,000 level and above will be commemorated forevermore on a giving wall at the Cultural Center. The community-wide Give Where You Live Day will feature a wide variety of activities such as morning workouts, kids crafts, downtown shopping specials, area restaurant and drink specials, and a 7 p.m. variety show at the Jasper Art Center. Jasper Leads and Give Where You Live would like to thank the Greater Jasper School Corporation as well as Holy Trinity for their participation. For a complete list of events and additional information about Give Where You Live, visit jasperarts.org, thenextact.org, or jdcpl.lib.in.us. And make sure you keep it right here, because up next, take a look at your weather summary.